Hi everybody, James here. Welcome to this quick video on how you can scratch build your very own water towers or water cranes, water columns, whatever you want to call them, from bits you have lying around the home. So obviously on the right here you can see one I've just built myself. This is a great central pattern one. Obviously with doing these things you can do any design you like. So first of all, assemble the bits you're going to need. I've used some drinking straws, some bits of old wire, electrical tape, super glue and some little bits of brass chain. So once you've got everything together, we'll get it all organised on the desk and we'll make a start. So working from prototype photos, we can work out the scaling and measurements of each part. So you see I've used a drinking straw for the main column and I've glued some washers around the top and then used the bit of pipe for the arm, and I've used a buffer for the turning wheel. The base is a spare part from an old signal kit, and now we're going to turn our attention to the banding. This was done by taking some electrical tape and I've cut it into very thin strips and then stuck it on and kept wrapping it round and round until you get the right thickness. As you can see here, the top one is thicker than the bottom one and different again to the one on the arm itself. Luckily at this point in the build a friend of mine pointed out that the wheel needs to be further back, so I've adjusted the back of the buffer as you can see, so it now sits closer to the post. And while we were talking, he also advised me to make the sock out of tin foil, so that's exactly what I've done, as you can see here. More banding, this time to hold the sock on, and the top one is the mount for the chain that hangs off the top of the arm. And finally the little pip on the back of the arm there is a little bit of solder that I've just filed into shape. Now that's all been glued together, so I fitted the chain, just hanging on a little bit of a wire ring, and now we're ready to get this painted. Just given the whole model a coat of white primer. This is car paint I picked up rather cheaply from Halfords. The reason I've used this particular brand of paint is actually safe to use on plastics, so there's no danger of me melting any of the parts that I've used to build this. Once that's all dried, we can start to actually paint the model. I'm basing this on one that used to be at Annesley, so I'm painting it accordingly. And just like the one that was at Annesley, it was in a little bit of a state, shall we say, so it is being detailed and weathered accordingly. A little tip for you here, I haven't painted the chain with paint, I've actually used a weathering wash and that's just washed over it and coloured it. And there we go, so now we've got the fire devil and the water valve fitted, so we're ready to go on to the layout. Just worth noting, the fire devil itself is actually an item from the Bachmann Scenecraft range, which I've modified, and the valve is actually from Hornby. I actually cut it away from an old Hornby Triang water column. So there you go, you can see it there fitted to the layout. If I say so myself, looking alright. And that's it. It's as easy as that. You too can scratch build yourself any shape or design of a water tower or water column, just using a few bits you find lying around the house. So hopefully this has given you all some ideas and inspired you a bit to go out and build some things for yourselves. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Obviously leave some comments below, tell me what you think. Thanks for watching and bye for now.